Video 718. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, drop a comment if you got something to say.
Come on, girls. Mom, GoPro us. GoPro us. Where you gonna pop the bottle? Pop the bottle.
Alarming new details just released about the mysterious death of an LA model who was found dead inside her apartment last month. Authorities say 31-year-old Melissa Mooney was found beaten and bound before being stuffed into her own refrigerator. The grisly details were just released in an autopsy report completed by the Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner. Officials say the late model moved into her apartment building in August, but was last seen alive on September 6th on surveillance video in her apartment elevator. Investigators say a man was seen the next day on surveillance cameras using Melissa's key fob to enter the elevator, carrying plastic bags into her apartment. Melissa was reportedly supposed to go to her old apartment that weekend to pick up the rest of her belongings. However, she never made it there. Investigators say Melissa's sister and her mother requested a welfare check. Once officers arrived to the model's apartment, they initially were not able to locate Melissa. However, after police say they observed food that is usually kept in the refrigerator on the kitchen counters, once they opened the refrigerator, that's when they made the gruesome discovery. Melissa found lifeless in a pool of blood wedged inside the refrigerator. According to the autopsy report, Melissa was found with her wrists tied together, wrapped around with white phone charging cords, white shoelaces, and a black tank top. Wrapped around her neck was a gray dress, 3 rags, a gold piece of clothing, and a pink vest. As the medical examiner notes, part of the pink vest was stuffed into Melissa's mouth. The report goes on to state there were abrasions and a large bump on Melissa's forehead. She had abrasions on her shoulder and arm, bruises on her hips and knees, and ligature marks around both her wrists and ankles. The report adds there were no defensive wounds on Melissa's hands. Her toxicology results show recent cocaine and alcohol use, but the autopsy report states it's uncertain the role that alcohol and drugs may have played in her death. The medical examiner noted the autopsy revealed blunt force trauma injuries to Melissa's face, head, back, and upper left arm. Adding, while the blunt force traumatic injuries are not considered acutely life-threatening on their own, based on how she was found, the injuries suggest Melissa was likely involved in a violent altercation prior to her death. The report states Melissa's death was likely the result of the actions of another individual, and without findings to explain a clear mechanism of death or knowledge of the sequence of events leading to Melissa's death, the cause of death is deemed homicidal violence, and the manner of death is homicide. Melissa is the sister of Guyanese pop singer Jordan Pauline. Jordan told local news outlets Melissa was 2 months pregnant and excited to have a child. The pop singer also shared a GoFundMe page organized by a close family friend. The organizer wrote, "Melissa was an extremely sweet and generous soul." The page also states they started a GoFundMe to help with legal fees as the family fights for justice, and a portion of the proceeds will go towards starting a foundation in Melissa's memory. Jordan also took to her Instagram after Melissa's body was found in September to share about the devastating loss. In her post, Jordan describes the shock of her older sister being gone. In a tribute to her sister, Melissa's sister also wrote, "The people you touched and loved will carry on for you and keep your name alive in the most beautiful and loving light. You did not deserve this at all."